today I will be vlogging day in the life of a chartered accountant working from home. Oh, this is so funny. So today is Wednesday and it's payday, and hey gosh, so when I woke up, before I did like a lot of things, I was on my phone and I'm like, okay, my salary, Aibo, it's in, and there's this huge amount. I'm like, when did I get a raise, Aibo? So I was like, before I go for my run, before I make my bed, before I read my Bible, before I do anything, I need to find out, did I get a raise? Maybe I got a raise, but they didn't get time to tell me. So I'm out here opening my payslip. I'm like, did I get a raise? What's happening? And then lo and behold, I check my salary statement and it's my psycha fees. So I put in an expense for psycha fees, membership fees, because your company actually pays for your membership fees. So I thought, maybe now I've got this salary increase, can't you know? It's the psycha fees. Yeah, so they're basically doing it differently from my previous job, where that company would just basically, the whole finance department pays on everyone's behalf. Nothing affects your salary statement, but yeah, they reimburse you and then you're supposed to make the payment, yourself. And the Tiger membership fees are what, 7,600. So I'm like, imagine that little bit extra every month would have been nice. But it's a once-off thing. I'm not rich. Anyway guys, so today I will be vlogging day in the life of a chartered accountant working from home, and it's meeting free Wednesday, and even my previous company had meeting free Wednesdays, so I'll see whether I vlog that much, because like I won't have meetings or anything that exciting. So I'm about to go for my run, and FYI, I don't usually run around 4. That's my husband. He does the 4 a.m. He's already out now. But literally, because I want to do my devotionals in the hot tub this morning, I am running out now. Then I can enjoy the hot tub. And because it is 4 in the morning, I am only running around the house. I'm running around the tennis court, and then only I will come back because it will still be dark. Funny enough, my husband insists that I should run at 4 because the temperature is warmer than when I run, which is around 6 in the morning. Haibo, he even sent me a screenshot of the temperature saying, look, at 4 a.m. it is warmer than 6 a.m. when I go out. So that's such an interesting phenomenon. It's still so cold and dark outside. OMG. Let me switch on the lights. That's why I'm running around the tennis courts, because at least I can have some lights. I think that's everything. So what I'm gonna do is, okay, let me do this so that the light doesn't make a difference. Anyway, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a few laps around, like as a warm-up, till I get to 1 kilometer, and then I'm going to do like speed sessions from here to there, backwards. I'll see what I do just to mix it up, but yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Let me pause. I actually haven't done runs around the tennis court in a while. Like I said, I usually run around 6 when it's lighter outside, because going around can be a bit tedious. And guys, the view of the city never gets old in the AMs and in the evenings, but it's so pretty. To do is set up my office once again. I usually unpack in the morning when I'm about to start work, not the night before, but if it's like busy season, then I'll unpack the previous night, especially if I want to work on something. But I'm now done with a lot of things that I wanted to do, so now I'm just sitting here. So basically, because I'm working from home, I know that I get to chill in my onesie, and it's really cold today. It's 11 degrees, so that's really cold for me. That's why then I'm in my onesie, And it's meeting free Wednesday, as I've mentioned, so no meeting, so I don't need to have my camera on for anything unless it's like an impromptu call, of which it's fine. I don't have to be on my camera, or I usually have a scarf here. I can just put a scarf, and this thing can then look like it's a jacket or something and not like a onesie. And at least it has a zip. Sometimes a gown is like so obvious, so but this one is working in a gown. Yeah. So do I dress up at home? No. Some days I used to, or I did. Yeah, I used to, because I'm like, when you arrive, when you show up differently, you feel different, you feel more confident and all of that. So, but now in the winter again, I'm just like, no, I want to be as warm and comfortable as I can be. So I don't dress up much. And now that we've got that one day where we do go into the office, I feel like that's the day where I'm like, get your power on, look good, feel all the feels, be confident. But at home, I don't dress up as much. If we've got like exco meetings, committee meetings, then I will typically dress up, especially the upper body. I make sure that I'm not wearing a duck. Like I'm fine, I'm neat, and I'll wear like maybe a blazer on top and like I don't know, whatever t-shirt. But right now I'm just like no bra and no worries and just a onesie. So Wednesdays are really one of my favorite days. So what I usually do is I check the previous night, the day's to-do list. I'm actually still getting used to having a keyboard. This arrived not so long ago. I started using it last week. Now my desk feels extra small because now I have this keyboard. The keyboard, I feel like it's nice for me economically, so that's why I have the keyboard and I try to focus here, and then if I need an additional screen, then I'll use my laptop as well. So I try to have this as my main screen. This is my notebook. I like to I'm a girly girl, I'm bright, I like to have pretty things, so that's why I then prefer to still use I don't know, just bring my presents to work, because I've tried, like sometimes I'll have like this dull two-quire book, not even covered, those black ones like from the stationery that they'll order you, and I just feel like, no man, I want it to be personal, so I don't mind buying my own notebooks for work if need be. If you've got flags for like important things like committee dates, the map. This is actually funny. I have like a map of the seating floor so I can know who's who and where they sit. This really helped me when I was new, so it's a tip. If you're starting a new job and you want to remember people's name, just do a rough floor plan. Ask your colleague next to you what's everyone's name, or when you go around and you greet people and then they tell you their names, just jot them down in the map. What I like to typically do is look at the previous day. If there's something that I didn't do or that I want to do for today, like the previous 2 days or so, I'll look and I'm like, okay, now I know what to prioritize. I've read and that Outlook shouldn't be the first thing that you do, because sometimes you can open up Outlook and see your emails and then your day is gone because you need to respond to everyone and everything seems urgent, like it's a priority. But you should always prioritize your deliverables as well. So I'll just look at, okay, I don't want you guys to see anything. I'll just look at, okay, I need to make sure that I've done this. Then I'll know these are the things that I have priority for today. And if need be, I'll literally go into my folders and open up maybe that PowerPoint presentation or that document that I'm saying is priority for the day. And then, I'll go to Outlook and check everyone's emails and respond accordingly, and obviously I'll respond during the course of the day as well. And I also typically look at my teams as well before, okay, what's on my calendar, what will I be doing, because you don't want to be caught out where you sit down then you start doing your to-do list whereas you're meant to be in a meeting. So make sure I know exactly what time the first meeting for the day is, and if it's earlier, then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna push out my tasks, or I start earlier so that I do these things before that meeting. But generally, that's how I like to structure my day. And then, like, while I'm working, I like to open up YouTube So I sometimes will play YouTube music, and then I'll just play like a nice gospel playlist. I usually listen to Tasha Cobbs or whoever I'm in the mood for. And today I'm in the mood for Pastor Benjamin Dube. Guys, literally, let me actually share this with you guys. Today's scripture it was Psalms chapter 8. So it's nice sometimes when you read a verse and you're like, oh, so that song is actually from the word of God. As much as well like a good song, but now you're like, it's even better because it's from like the word of God. So let me read you guys this verse. It says, it's Psalms chapter 8 verse 3. When I consider your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and the stars which you have ordained. What is man that you are mindful of him, and the Son of Man that you visit him? And then it continues to just say all these things. And the last verse, or the verse 9, just says, "O Lord, our God, how excellent is your name in all the earth." And Pastor Benjamin Dube, it's a short interlude, 3-minute song, but he sings these verses and they just come alive because you're like, oh Lord my God, what is man that you are so mindful of him, that you call us the apple of your eye, that you love us so much. So then as soon as I finished that, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna listen to Benjamin Dube today. So today is Benjamin Dube's day. I'm gonna listen to his songs. I also just listen to Bow Down and Worship Him. And I remember this pivotal moment when I was in high school, and that song just delivered me from so many things, and literally it informed how I live my life, because I received a word while that song was being ministered at the church. And the word was ukuthi izinto ehlula abanye abantu. I attend Zulu church, so the word was izinto ehlula abanye abantu abasha wena ngeke zihlule ngoba uhamba naye uNkulunkulu uJesu umsindisi wakho. And I was like, what? Okay, so that was the word that came. And literally, if I can translate to English, I suppose it says things that the youth of today will struggle with, you will not struggle with as you continue your walk with him, with Christ. And I was just like, okay. And literally that word comes in every difficult situation, in every blessing. I see that word coming through. Utaibo, here is it. This mountain, God conquers it. This mountain, God conquers it. Ngitaibo, I'm going through this, and God will be like, you are the apple of my eye. I'm very mindful of you. I have great thoughts towards you. And lento leno twena yabahlula abanye abantu wena ngeke kuhlule, girl. So that for me just blows my mind till this day. But when I'm not listening to music, because sometimes music is disruptive, especially worship, because you just want to be like, praise Jesus, oh Lord, and you just want to be in the zone the whole day. Then I'm like, no. So sometimes I listen to fireplace music, like now the weather it's cold and I want to be cozy, and I'll play the fireplace. It's really nice, guys. I really enjoy that. And sometimes I'll play like maybe soft rain, gentle rain, or streams of water, or like birds chirping. So I just like to have some sort of white noise or background noise. And then other days when I'm like, oh my gosh, everything is so much, then I'm like, silence, and I focus. And another story, this Bible was gifted to me by my husband before he was my husband, when he was just to Andile, a guy I knew from varsity. Gifted this to me on my 21st / graduation party. So I had a 21st and a graduation party like combined. So this was his gift. Ain't that sweet? It even says to Sneakiwe Sneaks Zondi. I was a Zondi back then, from Andile and Zongobo. And now I'm a Ngobo. Anyway, I just feel like it's cool. It's old and worn out now, but it's such a special Bible to me. And it's the New King James Version, so it's nice, solid translation. Alright, let me work. This is where I usually put my phone for like some of the Teams meetings. If the connection's bad on my laptop, then I have my phone right here close to me. Or if like I get a call, I can just click here, have it on speaker. It's really handy, this little thing. I almost forgot to say, I also have this blanket. Like, I'm always cold, so I want to make sure I have this blanket. Let's see what they've emailed us on Outlook. What do they want from me? I'm kidding. Who can I be of service to? Who can I assist today? You know what I would love to do, guys? It would be to renovate this home office space of mine, but I'm scared to commit because I also have a library. So a part of me sometimes feels like, why don't I work from the library and have this as another bedroom? I think that's one thing that stops me from renovating hectically. But either way, I'm one of those people who are really scared to commit and just like renovate, especially like, because what if I feel like I wanted to study and then work from home ends abruptly, and then I'm stuck with this room that I don't use as much because I'm always at the office. So I feel like there's a lot of uncertainty. If I knew that I work for myself only full time, then I'd know that there's no way that at some point I'll need to go back to the office. But now literally they could send an email that says all staff is now required to come into the office every day of the week, and then the space will be redundant because I won't be using it as much. Maybe I'll use it in the evenings if I want to catch up on anything. So that's why I'm scared to like commit, like put in a bookshelf and get like this massive desk, which are things that I actually do want. So, but I wanted to say, on that point of you always work for yourself, I listen to Dave Ramsey quite a lot, and there was this one quote he said: you always work for yourself. The difference when you work for a company is that you have one client or one customer. When you are an entrepreneur, you just have many customers, but you always work for yourself. So take responsibility. Yeah, that was the one thing I wanted to also add. Take responsibility for your work and own it as if you are the owner of that company, because it's all on you. And this just means that you need to give your work just as much effort as an entrepreneur would, knowing that they are driving the revenue line. They need to make sure that this client is happy so that they can have more clients and have like recurring revenue. So now you need to be like, Yazuktin, I need to make sure that this client is happy, my employer, so that the following year my invoice can be a little bit more, they can pay me more, or the following year they can increase my responsibilities, is a promotion, all these things. So that attitude of, as much as I'm employed, I'm still working for myself. So don't ever think you're not working for yourself. It's just that you're servicing this one client who sometimes wants you to come into the office or to be at home, whatever. But I'm working for myself, guys. I mean, I work for myself, for my family. This is my biggest client, my 9 to 5. But I still feel like having that attitude, it changes something in you. Anyway, let's continue with the work. So many meetings, oh my gosh. I'm just accepting meetings galore. Okay. There's a new email coming in, and it's coming in on my laptop screen on the one side. So I'm like, okay, what's this? I don't like pop-ups, guys. Even on my phone, I don't have pop-ups, like nothing. I only have the one app, which is that ESCOM's push, the only app that sends me notifications. If you send me a WhatsApp, I won't see it until I log into WhatsApp or open the WhatsApp app. Then I'm like, oh, what you say? It's just so disruptive. Like now I'm looking at this new email, whereas I am trying to go chronologically through everything I've received this morning. So I don't like pop-ups. But sometimes you need it, like during a meeting, and you're like, email me this quickly, and then it pops up and you're like, yes, I got it. Yeah, maybe I wouldn't disable that, because work has a certain level of urgency when it comes to certain things. So I'd keep pop-ups. I'm fine with work, like every now and again, whatever. But in my personal capacity, I don't like these things because they disturb me from my kids, from my husband, from my work, they just disturb. I haven't had my cup of tea. I'm starting to feel like, yo, I'm freezing. Now it's clicking. I haven't had my tea. I need to have some tea. Oh, I usually start with a cup of tea. I think it's because I was in the hot tub in the morning, so I was warm and squishy and just good. But now I'm like, I need tea. Gosh, I'm about to go make myself a cup. My kids always play with my coasters. Now I'll put on my journal and hope for the best. Honestly, these kids, to them everything is a toy. So the good thing about working from home is that I can choose any of the teas that I want, y'all. I don't have to be like, this is the only tea bag I carried, therefore I'm stuck with this flavor. Okay guys, I will check y'all later when it's lunch. Oh, and another thing, while I was making my tea, I was like, oh, what am I gonna cook for dinner? And then I took out some meat from the freezer. When I'm at work, sometimes I'm like, I don't even think about food, and then I come back home like, what am I gonna cook? I'm so tired. I'm gonna go to the shops and buy something. But when you're home, you're just like, okay, let me take out something from the freezer. Guys, I just basically made a payment that gave me heart palpitations, literally. Like, it's a payment that I was ready for and it was coming, but like, it's a lot. So basically I had to pay transferring attorneys like a lot of money to transfer the house from my previous bond, which was the company that I worked for previously, to the new company, so the new bank that I now work for. So that's one of the things that I want to actually, I'm only going to give advice, guys, not advice but like tips. It's so important when you move to a new role to negotiate a sign-on bonus or a really good package, and think of any of the things outside of what's on your pay slip, any of the benefits that you'll be forfeiting. For example, if now since I moved my house, because I was getting staff rates at the other bank and this bank, I was also going to get staff rates. I had to account for at least the fact that I'm going to be having transfer fees. Then you can negotiate the sign-on bonus, or like negotiate a higher package for yourself, so that you don't find yourself having to make these payments out of pocket. I don't want to be in a new job and then end up feeling like, yes, I'm actually worse off. In my case, I also did try to negotiate and factor this payment in. It's just that obviously when it comes, you're just like, oh, would have been so nice to just have all the money to spend instead of having it to now pay off these lawyers. I feel like it's a lot, especially because we just did this process last year. So it's just like, oh, we have to do it again. It is 12:15 now. I am starving. My husband's gone to fetch the kids and then give us some lunch as well. We are having Pedro's. I don't know if I mentioned that, but we're ordering Pedro's. I like Pedro's because it's so yummy. It tastes like Nando's, but it's like cheaper. It's a feeding frenzy now because we're so hungry. But Sitenga, Pedro's, we like hot, so we usually do half the chicken hot, half the other half lemon and herb for the kids, and then comes with 2 burgers. Here's one that I'm gonna have, and then the other one my husband already took, and some fries. Their fries are really good. I feel like they're thick and wholesome, almost like steers. Their fries remind me of steers, not the typical French fries that you get like at other fast food places. Okay, right now I'm just gonna have. All right, cool. Grab a cap. I'm gonna have the chicken strips and rice. Strips and rice. Yeah, this is what I have. I think it's like $30. I'm gonna warm that up and eat. Your water. Let me get you water.
Thank you.
Okay. Go eat. Do you have a fork? Do you need a fork?
No.
You don't need.
No.
Okay, bye.
I need that fork, I think.
Yeah? You think you need way too much with a man? Your water. Careful. That's why you need to be using your sippy cup. Why did you take this one? Here's your fork. Take this one. Bye, oh. I'm going to have a meeting at 2 and it's like 1:30 now. So I'm just gonna eat what I can. Then maybe I'll snack on some of the fruit like in between after my meeting because I don't want to be like eating too fast now. Later. Strips and rice is so hot. Oh my gosh, it's hot. Oh, they don't have chicken strips veg and rice. They just have chicken strips, which is a bit of a downer, but it's okay. Agnes, what did you learn about
Winter. Winter.
about winter? What about winter? Is it hot?
No, it's cold. It's very cold. You can freeze if you today.
You can freeze.
Uh,
Wow. Okay. What did you learn about? I am freezing so much. I just had a meeting. It was more of a like a set up this morning, even though it's meeting free Mondays. I mean, what? Meeting free Wednesdays. A big lunch was such a bad idea. I should have stuck to the usual. I'm feeling so tired. And I think it's the weather outside as well. It's like so cold. And the fact that Ngimpatile is not helping. Oh, now I'm putting my feet in my foot massager because I feel like my feet are freezing. So this is the foot spa. So I'm gonna switch it on. Yeah. Put it on 1-1. Yeah. So what I like is that it heats my feet 15 minutes. Oh, it feels so good. I think this is gonna actually just wake me up because my feet are freezing. This is quite nice. It was a gift from my husband for one of the events. I don't know whether it was our special anniversary or my birthday or what. There's been so many. It's a lot of years now. So for something, he got me this. It's 4:45 now. I'm about to log off. I'm happy with my progress. I'm done with everything that was on my list, but I'm not submitting anything now because it's not due today. I just want to make sure that I review everything with a fresh eye again tomorrow morning. And tomorrow I've got my first meeting at 9, another one at 11, another one at 1, another one at 2. And then at 4, I've got swim school for the kids. So I'm hoping I will be able to take them to swim school, but it's very close by. So if I don't take them, then usually their nanny will go with them. But yeah, we'll see about that. So I'm logging off and then I'll chill with the kids, dinner, everything. But yeah, basically that's a day in my life. Nothing hectic. Literally I sit here all day. My kids don't really disturb me as much. Sometimes Kanyezi has those times where he's like, I want mommy, but today he was quite good. So because I've got lots of meetings tomorrow, I'm glad I could get through most of my work today. Thank you guys, and if you've got more video requests that you want me to do, let me know down below. I will see you on the next one. Bye.